Hi, morning guys. We're going to talk about surface area today, and particularly surface area of a rectangular prism. Our last lesson unit was on volume, and we're looking at how much is inside a three-dimensional object. When we're looking at surface area, we're looking at how much covers the outside. How much area does the outside of the object take up? There are three things when we're looking at surface area of a rectangular prism that we need to be able to identify. We need to know the height, the length, and the width. If we can identify the length, the height, the length, and the width, then we can find the surface area of the object. The rectangular prism has two bases, so what we want to do is we're going to identify where the bases are. The base is the top and the bottom. So here you notice that's the top of the rectangular prism, and here is the bottom of the rectangular prism. The height is the part of the box that connects our two bases. So here we would have the height. Here we would find the height. Here we could find the height. Or here we would find the height. So I label that side H. The L and W, we're looking for the length and width of the base. So here or here, right? And it doesn't really matter which one we call length and which one we call width. They're interchangeable. So we call this one the length and this one the width, right? So we want to make sure we identify our bases, because once we identify the bases, we can find the height, because the height connects the two bases. All right, next we're going to show you the formula to find the surface area. So the formula to find surface area is S equals twice the area of the base, 2 times capital B, plus the perimeter times the height. This pH, this is referred to as the lateral area. So sometimes you'll be asked to find the surface area of an object, or you may be asked to find the lateral area of an object. So it's important to make sure that we know how to do both. The S stands for surface area. The B refers to the area of the base. So working with rectangles, we'll use length times width to find the area of the base. When we have triangular prisms, we'll use a different formula to find the area of the base. The pH, again, refers to the lateral area. There's two components that make up that lateral area. The first one is the perimeter P of the base. And to find the perimeter, we take the length and the width and we add it together, right? All four sides. So if that's my base, length, width, I add all four together, and that gives me my perimeter. Different from my base where I multiplied length times width. And then the other component of the lateral area is the height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the perimeter and then multiply it times the H, or times the height, capital P times H, and that is lateral area. Again. Once I find my lateral area, and I find the area of my base, I multiply the area of the base times 2, and then add it together with the surface, with the lateral area, and that'll give you your entire surface area. So let's go through one or two problems, and I can show you how it works. Let's start with this simple rectangular prism. I'm going to start by shading my bases. Base and base. And then I'm going to label my height, my length, and my width. So again, we talked about the height is the part that connects the two bases. So base, base. You see here the 9. This is connecting them. So that's the height. And then I'll call the front one L and the side W. Then I write down my formula after shading my bases. You do the little formula I'm working with. And then I write down each letter, capital B, P, and H, because I need to find each one of these. I'm going to put in the formula for each of these. The base is L times W. Perimeter, L plus W plus L plus W. Height, real simple. There's no formula for that. So that's 9. So L times W, 4 times 5. So the area of the base is 20. Perimeter, L plus W plus L plus W. 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5. And that equals 18. All right, so to find my pH, my lateral area, I multiply 18 times 9, which is 90 is 162. So pH equals 162. That's my lateral area. And my 2B, 22 times 20 equals 40. So my 2B is 40 and my pH is 162. So now I need to combine those two quantities, 2B plus pH, to find my S, my surface area. So it's 162 plus 40, so my S equals 40 plus 162, which is 202. Fairly simple, right? We need to know the formula. It's really important that you make sure you write down the formula, make sure you're shading your bases, make sure we're identifying which one's the height, which one's the width, and which one's the length. Writing down each of the letters, the formula to find each of the letters, and then solving for each letter and then putting it back into the formula. Let's do another one. So it says again, find the lateral and the surface area of the prism. We'll notice in this one we have a little bit different. We have feet, and yards, and it wants us. It doesn't tell us whether to put it in feet or yards, but we can't use feet and yards. So what we need to do is convert the yards to feet. So there are 3 feet and 1 yard. So if I have 2 yards, that's how many feet? 6 feet. All right. So once I've converted, now I'm going to shade my bases. To my top, my bottom. Now I'm going to label H, L, and W. The height connects the 2 bases, so H, L, W. You see I have my formula written down already. I've got my 3 letters. I'm going to write the formulas for each of the letters. L times W. Right, it's a rectangle, L times W. P is L plus W. It's L plus W. Height, 5. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and solve for them. So L times W, 4 times 6. So the area of my base is 24. My perimeter, 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4. So my perimeter of my base is 20. My height is 5. So now let's take those values, plug them back into the formula. S equals 2 times 24 plus perimeter 20 times H, 5. 2 times 24 is 48. 20 times 5 is 100. Combine them. The S, the surface area of this rectangular prism, is 148. So the surface area, 148. What about that lateral area? Remember, the lateral area refers to the P and the H. So let's check down here where I put in my formula. This is 2B, 48. This is PH, 100. So the lateral area is 100. Now the lateral area refers to the area. I'll kind of shade in the area that we're talking about when we talk about lateral area. Refers to all 4 sides of the boxes. The sides, not the top, not the bottom, but the area around the box is the lateral area. And then the 2B refers to the top and the bottom, the 2 bases. So we find the area of the bases, then we find the lateral area, and then we combine them to make sure we find the area of the entire object. All right, guys, I suggest do some independent practice on your own. If you have any questions, let me know. Stop, rewind, go back. Best of luck.